best practices and innovative strategies for delivering exceptional customer experience. As I said earlier, my name is Linda. So I I stopped at the objective of customer service management as a course. So the importance of customer service management, which we're going to call the stellar service, it's the backbone of our success. Customer service is critical for businesses, and customer service is also good for retention and loyalty. Um, in a good customer service, it gets to boost customer retention and loyalty, and it also helps for brand advocacy. You don't really need to advertise your brand, for instance. When one has a good experience or has a positive experience of our customer service, um, you one helps the customer helps the brand or the company or the organization to do the adverts, to advertise. So the next slide is key qualities for excellence. That means the key qualities for excellent customer service. And one of the key qualities is empathy. Empathy, it's all about putting yourself in a customer's shoes. You understand the customer's need. And the next one is patience. You get to understand on how to handle difficult customers professionally. You try to stay calm. You try to be professional when handling customers. And the next one is communication. I would say effective communication, or we'll call it active listening. These helps to provide a clear and concise mode of communication. You get to pass your message in a clear and concise manner. For instance, when a customer has an issue and you have a solution to that customer's problem, you don't go about beating the bush. You try to make you try because you have the solution already. You try to make the solution short, concise, but it still has the important message you want to pass to the customer. On the next slide is the culture of putting customers first. And sorry, and here it's how do you get to put customers first? You get to put customers first by trying to prioritize their needs. Value customers' needs above all else. In this situation, in this customer first culture, which is prioritizing customers' need, is where you try to go above and beyond for customers. What do I mean going above and beyond for customers? When a customer comes with an issue to you, the first thing you do is to actively listen. There is difference between listening and actively listening. You don't you don't you when a customer is talking to you, you don't really have to have the answer in your head, like you're already preparing the answer. Whereas you've not paid attention to what the customer is saying. Active listening helps you to concentrate on the customer. And when you're actively listening, you also try to show empathy, as we've discussed on the previous slide. You try to put the customer in your shoe. Maybe when you encounter a frustrating customer or an irate customer, the thing to do is to actively listen to the customer. You show empathy and reassure the customer that um, you are going to resolve this issue. And the next thing on customer first culture, on how to have this excellent customer service, it's you align your values, you match the company's values to the customer satisfaction. For instance, let me say you have a business, or you're working for a billionaire company, and a woman comes for you to help her deliver a birthday cake to the child, maybe because of logistics and maybe some other thing, you were not unable to deliver that birthday cake to the woman's child. Let's say it's the woman's only child. In the company's policy, in a situation like this, you are to give a 50% discount. But maybe because you were too forward, you now had to give the customer 100% discount. Now you are going against the company's value. I'm just using that as an instance. And the next thing is deliver excellence. You strive to deliver an exceptional experience, which is going above and beyond. And to me, I will always advise my students, whoever that I tutor on customer service and management, that it's when you want to attend to any customer at all, be it internal or external customer, you just have to have at the back of your mind that you want this customer to have a positive experience. A positive experience, on our second slide, it's it helps to for brand advocacy. So with that being said, we'll move over to our next slide, which is emotional intelligence in action. Now, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is you getting to be able to recognize emotions, knowing when someone is angry, when someone is excited, and getting to know how to manage these emotions. And and at the end of it, you get to resolve intelligence in action. It's you try to recognize emotions, identify customers' feelings accurately. Um, Maybe when a customer walks into your shop or your business, and the customer it's maybe the customer is not looking bright, the customer has this sad expression, it's not a time for you to become chatty. Or maybe when you see a customer that is acting too formal. What I mean by too formal, there are, let me say, sorry that I'm going to use that in this context. Let's say for instance, like a professor, who comes to you and the person is acting all tushed and all that. It's not a time for you to become too chatty. As someone who has undergone customer service management as a course, what you do is you try to sink into the customer's emotional intelligence, which is you try to recognize the emotions, and you also try to manage emotions. You handle frustration professionally. um, you don't say a customer is rude to you, and because of that, it gives you a ground to now insult or become rude to the customer. No. As one who has undergone the course of customer service management, you learn how to manage your emotions. Managing your emotions is going to help you handle frustrations professionally, efficiently, and effectively. So the next thing on emotional intelligence is getting to resolve a conflict. You resolve a conflict. Resolving conflicts, you get to turn a negative situation into a positive one. How do you do that? Let me say, for instance, I'm angry, you sold something to me, or you weren't able to deliver to me, and I get to call your company over the phone, or maybe I walk into your store. As one who has finished the course of customer service management, you should be able to change that negative situation to a positive one, which is what I said earlier. That whenever you're handling any customer, try to make sure that the customer has a positive experience. A positive experience gets to advocate for the brand. You as the brand, or the brand as where you work, doesn't need to advertise its goods or services. The customer will You will gain the customer's loyalty, and getting the customer's loyalty will help the customer advocate for your brand, which is brand advocacy.